Altez Dopey.
What's good, YouTube? We are back at it with another weekly inspo with Isley. In it with Isley. I'm so glad to be back. I hope everyone's new year and semester is off to a great start. I know it's been a minute, but as I always like to say, we're back and we're better. So without further ado, let's get into this week's topic. So the topic for this week is simply called running your race. I repeat, running your race. I first want to say that success looks different for everybody. Do not compare your journey on the road to success to someone else's, because God has simply designed a path for you and only you, and for them and only them. The more you're focused on how everyone else's path looks, what's going on, like all the noise that's going on around you, the more you become distracted on staying in your lane and staying focused on what it is that you need to get done and what it is that you are set out to achieve. And as the song says, lately I feel like it's me versus me. Don't see competition, why would you compete? It is you versus you. Your biggest opponent is not someone else. It's not the other team if you're an athlete. It's not the person on the opposing team. It's simply that voice inside of your head that is telling you all these negative thoughts, trying to limit you, and everything else that falls under that category. It's literally you versus you. So we are going to get into 5 points, and I'm going to break them down, and we're just gonna talk about them. So let's really get started. Point 1 is simply, comparison is the thief of joy. So the scripture addresses comparison as the issue of comparing oneself regularly on a consistent basis. So I bring up this point to say that, once again, if you are comparing yourself consistently to other people, comparing yourself consistently to, see if you're on the same track or you're going at the same speed as somebody else, you're gonna mess yourself up. And constantly comparing yourself can lead to frustration and doubt, which will then lead to stolen joy. Because if you sit up here and constantly are looking at this person's path like, oh, they're going faster than me, like I'm supposed to be where they're at, you're going to get frustrated and you're going to get worked up and you're going to miss out on finding joy in your own journey, because that is simply what it's all about, finding joy in your journey. So as I was reading more into how comparison is the thief of joy, and as I was just looking deeply into this topic as a whole, I actually found a scripture in the book of Galatians. And I first want to say that Galatians is a super amazing chapter of the Bible to read if you are in like this season where like you're really focused on like diving into yourself, not comparing yourself to other people, blocking out the noise, and just really tapping into God, growing closer to God, and really like if you're on your journey of growing your faith. And so I found this chapter to be very useful, and I love it. Like, oh my gosh, yes. So if y'all get a chance, like make sure you take time to read the book of Galatians, especially Galatians chapter 6. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, it's real. Okay. So the Bible verse that I first want to say and point out is Galatians 6:4. So Galatians 6:4 says, But each one must examine his own work, and then he have no reason for boasting, but to himself alone, and not to another. So, to me, this emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility of your own life while not comparing yourself to others, and really staying focused on that me versus me mindset. Like, yes, you can be proud of your accomplishments, you can have joy about your accomplishments, but you need to stay focused on your accomplishments. Of course, you don't want to be selfish. Do not walk around in these streets being selfish, y'all. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is focus on celebrating your success. You can celebrate the success of others around you, but just make sure that you are not comparing yourself in the process of celebrating others. Celebrate yourself. Yes, you can celebrate others once again, but you need to stay focused on your progress, stay focused on your success. And you have to recognize once again that everyone's success has ups and downs. Their story to reaching success, it has ups and downs. Like, it may seem like I said, it may seem like they're 10 steps ahead of you, but God has uniquely crafted your particular path. Even though your path may have some detours on it, it's all a part of his plan. Because as Jeremiah 29:11 says, he has plans to prosper you and not to harm you, and to give you hope in a future. It's already written. So, point number 2 is design your own version of success. So when considering this point, you have to note that it's important to set goals that align with your personal values. They don't have to align with the person that's sitting next to you, their values. Now, your family, your morals, and your standards and everything, yes, that falls under your own values. And it also falls under like your beliefs and your passions and just what you, like I said, what you value in life. Like, that's what it needs to align with, and what you want to accomplish. Not what they want you to accomplish. What do you want out of life? What do you want to achieve? What point do you want to get to in life? You know what I'm saying? Where you can feel proud of yourself. You need to think about all these things when just considering how you want your version of success to look like. So once again, if you're too busy letting others define your success, you're getting distracted from the unique calling and the unique path and purpose and journey that God has made for you and only you. And so you have to focus on what progress looks like for you. You have to stay poised in the noise. That is one of the quotes I live by. Like, block out all that extra noise and only focus on what's going to get you to where you're supposed to go or where you're meant to go. Like, literally tune out all those outsiders, those naysayers. Let all naysayers know. Literally tune those naysayers out though, but you still gotta let them know. You know what I'm saying? But literally, like, keep the main thing, like, literally. So this leads us to point number 3. Progress over perfection. I say it again, progress over perfection. I posted a quote, I want to say it was probably like a year ago, and it simply was saying that it's not all about impressing others, it's about progressing. Always choose progression over impression. You don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself and to the Lord. Because these people, the outsiders, they're not going to get you to where you're supposed to go. Like, yes, God will send people to help you along the way. But as far as the negative influences and the negative voices and the people telling you, you can't do this, you can't be this, you can't do that, you have to tune that out, because that's not going to get you to where we're trying to go. Like, we got places to go, things to accomplish, goals to achieve, all of the above. So you have to focus on being the best version of yourself, not being the most perfect version of yourself, being the best version of yourself. And it's not about being just the best. It's not about just being like top notch or whatever. Like, yes, you want to be top notch. Yes, you want to be 10 out of 10, top tier. Yes, focus on that. But focus on being your own version of top tier. Your own version of being, like I said, be the best version of yourself. Not focused on being better than the person next to you. Be focused on being better than simply being better than the person that you were yesterday. Literally. Like, it's like I said, like I'm going to keep saying, it's literally you versus you. And you have to, along the way, I want you to celebrate the small wins. Like, it can be something as simple as, I've been wanting to wake up at 6 a.m. and I finally did it. Literally celebrate the small wins, because those small wins are soon going to lead to even bigger wins, because you just don't know how good it's about to get for you. You just don't know that God has so much in store for you. So celebrate the small stuff, because that small stuff is going to turn into big stuff, because we serve a big God. So getting into point 5, last but not least, embrace challenges as growth opportunities. So obstacles that you face along the way, that you face in your journey on a daily basis, those obstacles are not meant to stop you. They're actually meant to prepare you for greater things, because it always gets greater later. So think about it, like all these challenges, all these obstacles are simply opportunities to grow stronger in your faith, to get you closer to God. Because when you go through things in life, know that nothing happens to you, it happens for you. And you just have to get to a point where don't question God. If you stay aligned with him, and I know you're going to have your moments where, we're all human. We all have those moments where we're like, why did this just happen to me? Like, where did this come from? Like, what? Y'all see this thing? Okay, anyways. But yeah, you're like, where did this come from? Like, but think about it. It's a game changer when you literally are like constantly reminding yourself that it's not happening to me. Literally, it's happening for me. And remember, the only competition is the version of yourself that's inside of your head trying to tell you can't do it, trying to tell you that it's too late, or trying to tell you that you're far behind. No. God has you exactly where you are supposed to be. So enjoy today, enjoy tomorrow and the days to come, and know that eventually you will get to where you are supposed to go. But the key is to be your best self right where you are, because where you are is simply just a stepping stone for God to take you to higher heights. But you have to stay focused and keep what's important, keep that in front of you. Leave all the extra things behind. Leave all the little stuff, leave that in 2024, y'all. Stay focused on what's ahead. Because the scripture says, be truly glad, because there is wonderful joy ahead. Because remember, as I've said before, you cannot stay stuck on the past if you want God to do a new thing, because you have to be willing to make that fair trade. So in closing, I want you to remember to stay poised in the noise. I want you to remember to keep the main thing the main thing. Remember, there is less traffic in your own lane. So stay in your own lane, grow in your own lane, manifest, pray, live, laugh, love in your own lane. Stay true to you. Stay true to your own journey. Remember, success looks different for everybody. So don't get caught up into comparing yourself to the person next to you, or like I said, what you see on social media, because everyone's path to success is different. So once again, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So remember also, there's no better you than the you that you are. So I want you guys to remember these points, and I will see you guys on next week's episode of Inspo with Isley. Thank you guys for supporting. Also, we hit 200 subscribers, so yay! More to come, and I love y'all. And once again, thank you for supporting, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.
I feel like it's me versus me. Don't see competition. Why would you compete?